Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Monday evening, race fans, and welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage. The Digital Sim Racing League Fitzs Automotive Specialist Truck Series presented by Midwest BBQ Equipment. Season opener for season number 29. Taking a little trip back in time this year during this truck series. We're at the legacy version of the Michigan International Speedway. This is around 2008. Old surface, bumpy, tough to get a hold of. It's going to be a fun one. These guys have 70 laps, and they only get one extra set of tires beyond their qualifying tires. I wanted to grab a couple of drivers, and I wanted to ask him about some expectations this year as we get ready to go forward. So we're going to do that right now. Garrett Boyd, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, we're ready to kick off season 29 here with the Fitzs Automotive Truck Series. You've been on a bit of a heater in the truck series and in the stock car series lately across a couple of different leagues. What are you expecting, here tonight at the Legacy Michigan Raceway and for the season as we go through this 12 races, and about half of them are going to be at the old racetracks?
Tonight's going to be more of a super speedway style kind of ride around in a pack type deal, and I mean, so it's going to be a different challenge than normal to try to manage that. And then running the older tracks is going to be cool to, you know, not a lot of guys can just go buy a setup for them. So everybody's going to be kind of starting at squares at zero. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we can keep our head down and keep this kind of good roll we got going. Hopefully try to get a championship this season.
All right, man. Well, good insights. Thanks for taking the time. We're going to wish you luck. We know you got about 4 minutes to qualifying, so go get yourself set up and ready and get focused, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you when this one's over tonight.
Yep, I hope so.
Garrett Boyd, and now we're going to do this. We have to. We don't have a choice. The guy's going to step down from being the Stock Car Series champion. He's going to try to see if he can come in and take the reins in the Truck Series. Casey Graves, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha. Let me turn Mike down.
Okay. Oh, is he doing the driver's meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. If you don't know it by now, sir, you're never going to know it. So,
yeah.
a break from the B-Car Series comes down to the trucks. New season kicking off. We're going to run a lot of legacy tracks. What do you think about that, and what do you think about this season getting ready to go?
It's gonna be fun. So far, running laps on this track, it's been pretty good. Tire wear, tire heat seems like it's probably gonna matter. At least for me, I've been pretty lit. So, see if I can keep the right rear on this thing. I'm burning the right front up tonight.
Every garage I went into said the exact same thing. Man, you get about halfway through the run, and all of a sudden the right rear just isn't very good on this thing anymore, and I'm skating it around. And I think that's going to be something that everybody's going to see, and we don't run this track anymore. That was kind of the norm here. You don't go to the very bottom. You definitely don't straddle that bottom seam, and your right rear tire is going to die. That's been forever at Michigan.
Yeah.
So I think everybody's right on par, man.
Yeah, it seems like you can move around though, at least. So you just kind of got to find that line that works for you, and maybe try to use the dirty air to your advantage and tighten the truck up. And I don't know. I know it's gonna be a little bit of fuel mileage at the start, pretty close to being a 3-stop race. So if we don't get any yellows, it'll be interesting to see what people do.
It's absolutely a 3-stop race.
Oh yeah, minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah, making it on
Makes it
3 is gonna be
close.
tight if we don't get a yellow in there. I think you're gonna have to save a little bit, either sit in the back or ride in the draft or clutch when you get out in the open. But it's gonna be a fun one.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to wish you good luck. I know you guys are getting ready for qualifying, so go get prepped up and focused and all that stuff, and have some good luck out there tonight. Maybe at the end of this we get a chance to talk to you.
All right, thank you.
Casey Graves, you're defending Stock Car Series champion. Actually, 2-time defending Stock Car Series champion, taking a break from the stock cars. And he is going to come run the trucks on Monday night and see what he can do in this one. These guys all season long, they are only going to get one set of tires plus their qualifying tires, no matter where we go, no matter what the length of the race is. It has been tested, it has been tried, and it can be done. Like he said tonight, this one is very close. It's about 17 to 18 laps on fuel. If you get 18 times 4, that's 72. That's more than your 70 laps. If you only get 17, like a lot of guys, especially the guys at the front that run really hard, you may have a splash and go towards the end, but you got to allocate your tires, you got to allocate your fuel. And I think that having to save tires is actually going to force guys that don't even know they're doing it to save enough fuel. We're only going to see 3 stops. Then it's a matter of which stop is your no tire stop. Do you do it on your first, or do you save it for your last? You get, your lefts, your rights, and then you do a no tire stop. It's going to be interesting all the way around. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Pack racing is going to happen, just like Mr. Boyd said. It's going to be a fun one as we get ready to kick off season 29, and I cannot wait. Our defending series champion, not in attendance tonight. Adam Vinny, not here. So we will see. It'll start off with somebody new. Definitely being out front in the points. So see how that goes. We're going to watch some qualifying here, guys. Do not be afraid to shout out in the chat. I see Celeste over in Twitch. A lot of drivers heading out. We're going to watch a bunch of them. 94 truck, 99 truck. There goes to 29. He's already up, and he's trying to get up speed. There's Mr. Mike Forstner. We didn't get a chance to talk to him before. Hopefully when he's done with his laps, we'll get to pull Mr. Forstner up here and see. I don't know if we have very many followers on Twitch, but guys, if all it is going to be is spam, I am going to drop Twitch like a hot potato. All my chat gets filled up with spam. It's annoying. Here comes Forstner by, and he'll be on the clock now. Garrett Boyd by to get onto the time clock. Who's going to be our first? I think Brandon Mackey might be one of the first couple to get time in. Michael Larch is just a tiny bit ahead of him, so we're going to watch Larch's first lap across the line. Weird to see Mr. Larch down here with the trucks, but happy to have him. You'll see him in some new paint tomorrow night. Brian Helm, 39.040 seconds. That is cooking it, folks. Remember, these guys that are qualifying, they got to start the race on these tires, so they're already going to have a couple of laps on them. Gidman by for the first time, 39.5. Ross Cato goes by at 39.24. Michael Larch, he's coming around. It's going to be his second lap. We'll see if he picks up. Richie Gaines was sixth quick. Larch slowed down just a touch. Just a teensy-weensy bit. What is Galen Gidman going to do this time? By third quick at 39.16. Garrett Boyd, 13th quick. Larry Moody's coming by for his second. And Moody picks it up to 14th. Casey Graves off a bit. So he's going to start pretty deep. Here's Victor Pfluger. We do not see Victor rarely. This is his first race back with us in over a season. And it looks like he's coming to run the trucks tonight, and I'm positive he'll be at Las Vegas in the stock cars tomorrow night. And that's what's on tap for you. Pfluger across the line, first time, eighth quick at a 39.26. Let's go watch the Tiny Dancer. He's going to come by for his first lap. Scotty King, 17th quick on lap number 1, 39.64. And I entered this server as a driver, not a spectator, so they got to disqualify me. But I'll be on the starting lineup, folks. Just don't put any stock in that. Tiny Dancer through 3 and 4. And up across the start-finish line. Can he improve from 17th starting spot? He did not. He slowed down 6/100ths, so he will stay put where he is. Brian Helm, 39.040 seconds. Casey McCullum at 39.09. Kobe Stidham at 39.11. Doucette at 16. Gidman at 16. That's your top 5 tonight. Nobody going to the rear this week. Round number 1. Everybody starts with a qualify. Next week, no matter where you qualify, top 5. Go to the back. Start at the back. Make their way through the field. So, all the fun and games over. You know, I really did want to get this guy, if we got a minute. Mike Forstner, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know how much time we have left in the qualifying session. We watched a lot of trucks. All right, man. Said you were going to take this serious. Where are we right now?
Well, Qualifying wasn't so serious, apparently, but no, we're ready to go.
Can I ask a serious question about that? Did you accidentally run your race tape?
No, I actually got really, really tight, and I was going to cream the walls, so I backed off, and I figured I'll try it on the second lap, and then all I did is wore out my race tires.
All right.
Crappy time.
All right, my friend. Well, I'm going to let you get to it. Don't miss the start of this one chatting with me, and hopefully I get a chance to talk to you here in a little bit.
Sounds good. Have fun up there.
You too. Mike Forster, everybody. 69 truck driver. Let's get ready to look at tonight's starting lineup. This is how we'll kick off season number 29, the 46 of Brian Helm. Your quick qualifier this evening. Casey Mullen in the 17 on his outside. Then it's Kobe Stidham, the 36, and Dean Doucette in the 29 in row number 2. Your third row, I don't know how I end up there. I didn't run a lap. Galen Gidman in the 94 on the outside of that row. Then Bernard Person in the 16, Ross Cato in the 12, Victor Pfluger the 15, Jason Martin the 34, Richie Gaines and Dean Gagliano the 11 and 81 in row 6. What in the world is going on? This is not the right order. This isn't the right order at all. Richie Gaines, the 11, Dean Gagliano, the 81, they're row 6. Michael Larch in the 4, Brandon Mackey in the 99, row 7. 204 of Kama and the 25 of Kevin Spalding make up a row number 8. Row 9 is Casey Graves in the 01 and Scott King in the 18. Then it's Garrett Boyd, the 21, Larry Moody in the 73, Derek Catt in the 20, and Mike Forster in the 69 in row 11. And that's your 22 scheduled cars. Don't ask me how it puts me 4th. That is the weirdest thing in the world. There has got to be a glitch. Yeah, that is the crazy. Now, for whatever reason, when they roll off, it fixes it all. That was absolutely insane to me. I have never seen that before. And I wonder if maybe this is part of this legacy track thing, because we may see this a little more frequently. I hope not, but we'll see. We will see 70 times around. They can get 17, 18. If you are really, really good with your throttle, you might get close to 19 laps on fuel here. 17 and a half is about the limit. You do the math, folks, that means you're coming up to about 68. You're a couple laps short. You are going to have to find 2 to 3 laps and hope you don't get an overtime at the end of this thing. Season number 29 about to kick off. Big thank you to all of our partners here at the network and in the league for everything that you guys do to help keep us on the air. Going to be a lot of fun. I don't know who all is watching, but guys, say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. I don't care what platform you're on. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, subscribe. And if you are on Facebook, like, share, and follow. You get a notification every time we go live. You can come watch all the action Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays here on the network. But it is time to go racing. For the first time in about 4 weeks, points racing. Get into the start zone, and the green flag is out. We are underway for season number 29. Digital Sim Racing League and Fitzs Automotive Truck Series. Helm side by side with McMullen. Now he'll surge ahead, gets a little push from the 94. 94 going to dip to the bottom, try to run up alongside and beat Helm down the backstretch. He may have it accomplished when we get to turn 3. We'll see if he can hang on and lead the lap. Gidman won multiple times last season, but missed races that cost him an honest chance at a championship. And he's going to lead the first lap of season number 29. Gidman, Helm, McMullen, and Doucette were side by side for a moment. Doucette now has 4th. Ross Cato getting into a hornet's nest. He's in the middle, 3 wide, truck on the bottom. Martin truck on the top. That was Bernard Person. They get it sorted out. Here comes Victor Pfluger in the 15, way down low. That's Richie Gaines, a rare appearance from the 11 truck. He went from the top to the bottom to try to make some pace. That's Michael Lawrence in the 4 truck. Thought about making it 3 wide, getting into 1 and 2, and then thought better of it. The Cambinator, Ryan Camba is right there, 11th. That's that Hardee's 204 throwback truck. And that's one of the things that we're doing here with these throwback tracks. We're doing throwback paint. And if you look right behind that Hardee's machine, there's the 81 of Dean Gagliano. The old X-Side lightning bolt paint. Right below him, well, that's the 99. Brandon Mackey. Mackey has that old Todd Bodine style paint. It's different colors than Bodine ran, but it's exactly a replica of that truck. You see guys trying to find clean air. You saw Kevin Spaulding go from right behind Mackey to outside. He got Mackey a little loose, jumped up to the high side, made a pass as soon as he got clean air, planted the nose of the truck. We are going to see aero blocking all night long here. You can't help it. You get beside somebody, you pull the air off their truck, you make them loose. You get behind them, you push the air up under the spoiler and up on the tailgate, you make them loose. You go across their nose, can't steer the truck. Loses all the air on the nose. This is Bernard Person going after the lead. Got a nice push from Brian Helm. They're going to work over Gidman and try to get around, both try to get around him. You see Person drop back in front. Gidman had a little momentum and he dropped back across the nose of the 46. 46 doesn't want the dirty air. It turned in. He's going to peek to the left. He went in that wake and that truck just didn't turn. That's what you're going to see. Let's go down here. Let's ride along with Jason Martin for a moment. You can see what's going on in front of him. Look at him looking for clean air. Does not want to follow. He's got truck on the outside now. That's Richie Gaines. But he wants that clean air when he goes off in the corner. Nose will plant. He can turn the truck. Now he's in dirty air. He may come up the hill and he may have to wait on that throttle a little bit. These guys haven't raced at Michigan Speedway since the very first race of the very first season, way back in October last year. You can see it is still a gigantic pack. Let's zoom out just a little. You can see single file line for the most part, but it is still a pack of trucks. It is merely 3 seconds from first to last right now. Scotty King back here, and he's still in the draft. Kobe Stidham is right in front of him, and I know what Stidham's doing. Stidham's saving fuel. He's being smart. He and Casey Graves, Larry Moody, they're all saving fuel on this first run. They want to make it to lap 18 or 19 before they pit. Move a little bit further forward. We're going to find a newcomer, rookie to the series. That's Derek Catt. Catt in that 20 machine. His first official race in the series. You can see Garrett Boyd. A woefully unsponsored number 21 truck. We could say that's a throwback to gosh knows how many racers over the years. And right in front of him, Kevin Spaulding. Spaulding right next to Pfluger. We talked about that. That's Mackey, Camba, Martin. Ross Cato is there. Cato is 8th right now. We're going back towards the front because Person still has the lead. And then Gidman, Helm, and Doucette are all tight together here. And Gidman is trying to keep Dirty Air on the 46. You saw the 46 shoot up the track when that Dirty Air got on the nose of it. I'll tell you what, Richie Gaines is making some high side moves here. He's alongside Casey McMullen right now, and he's going to take the spot away. Go back here. Mackey alongside Camba. We're going to start seeing guys that have setups that are a little heavy on the right rear start to get very, very loose here. Anytime now. Hello, Mr. Bill. Oh, welcome to the chat. Doucette got around Gidman and Helm. Now he's up to second, and Helm is still trying to get past that 94 truck. Richie Gaines on a heater. He's up to fourth. He's using the outside line, and he's making it work. He is, well, that's the first time I've seen him dip below that second line all race. He is rolling it into turn one on the high side and just keeping the power down. And that time, Gidman put Dirty Air on that 11 truck. You saw the flames shoot out the right side. He had to lift a little bit. So Person, Doucette, Gidman, Gaines, Helm the top five, and then it's a little bit of a gap back to McMullen, Larch, Cato. Martin 9th and Pfluger 10th. Pfluger getting a push from the 99 truck. Brandon Mackey right there. It got him alongside. See, Casey Graves has worked his way right up to the bumper of that 99 truck, and he was making him dance down that front stretch. That air is going to be so key to how your truck does. We are within 4 to 5 laps of pit cycle. That will break this field up a little bit. Graves are right outside the top 10. Jason Martin in front of him is in the top 10. Back up front, the single foul line continues. It's almost 4/10 of a second between Person, Doucette. Gidman, Helm, and Gaines are all nose to tail. And McMullen is creeping in on these guys. He's just not making big inroads. His last lap time was a little bit quicker than all the guys in front of him. Let's go find our friend Mike Forstner. 14th right now. He and Camba back here together. Boyd is right in front of him, and now Pfluger's 9th, Graves is 10th, Mackey is now 11th as Martin got passed by 3 trucks, and Casey Graves dips to the inside, and I mean that was almost a dive to get down there. And Pfluger will have a big run off of the top of turn 2. This time through 3 and 4, Graves has a little better line, a little more momentum. Takes over the spot, make him 9th, Pfluger 10th. They've got a ways to go to catch Ross Cato. It's about 1.5 seconds as we're getting really close to pit stops here. I'm going to watch the front, see who starts heading in. Maybe not this lap, but next lap, drivers are going to have to go in. They do not probably have a choice unless they've been at the back the whole time. Right down to the bottom, Bernard Person going to stay out. Everybody, I think, will stay out one more lap, and then we're going to start seeing drivers that don't have a choice. These guys, some of these guys up front have got to go get fuel. Whether they take tires or not, Be interesting. But you got your top two kind of inching away. Richie Gaines now up to third. Lap 17, what are we going to see? Are we going to see drivers head for pit road? Yeah, that's your leader. He's got to go. Gaines comes behind. Gidman comes with him, and Gidman makes a pass. He might make two passes. Woo, look at this. Gidman in third. Might get to his box first. In front of all these guys. Mackey is in. Martin, Kemba, Cat, King. All in the pits. So we'll watch, we'll see. Do they take two? Do they take none? Do they take four? I think we're going to see fuel only on this first run. I'd be surprised if anybody takes tires. Yeah, now Kamba full. There they all go. They'll come out. Where's your leaders? Coming through 3 and 4, and they're all headed for pit road. Everyone else coming in this time. End of lap 18, getting ready to start lap 19, and that is about the absolute limit that you could get to. So Doucette will have the lead, and he will head to his pit stall. He'll bring the rest of the field with him all the way back. Drivers already in their stalls. Casey Graves in his stall. That's Garrett Boyd. There comes Larry Moody. Most of these guys are going to be fuel only. I'm not going to see jacks under any of these trucks. Now, where's everybody else? As these guys roll out, here they come across the line, and they're a little broken up. That's Gidman, and he may end up inheriting the lead here. I don't know. Doucette got a good run coming around on that apron. He may slot himself right back in front of Gidman. He'll get up to speed right about the time Gidman gets there. Richie Gaines tucked in right there. Then it is a madhouse behind that. 3 wide into turn 3 on cold tires. This will be fun. That was Mackey in the middle. Person was up high. I think that's Ross Cato was on the bottom. So Doucette, Gidman, and Gaines, and they got a nice little gap. They got about 1.9 seconds on the rest of this group. These boys look like they want to race. Now Martin and Person getting together nose to tail. They were going to try to surge away from everybody. Victor Pfluger is going to try to make hay while the sun's shining. Went to the bottom. He's going to slide up in front of Michael Larch and in behind the double wide. Truck headed for pit road, Kevin Spaulding. And Spaulding looks like he's got some kind of problem. Maybe he did not get fuel. Maybe he had his fuel off instead of his tire. I don't know. Kind of weird. We'll see if he stays on pit road. I think he had to tow. He didn't make it there. Doucette, Gidman, Gaines. Mullen has got Helm on his 6. They're trying to reel him in. It is 2 seconds to that very, very front truck, the 29 of Doucette. You can see they're 2 wide behind. Larch is pulling Casey Graves along on the inside. They're by Person and Larch. They will clear. And then it'll be Cato in the 12. Boyd in the 21. They were side by side for a moment. Now Boyd pushes Larch, and he'll get him up there. We're going to see some racing now. Put a little dirty air on a truck. Oh, the 15 of Pfluger. Dipped in behind that 01 and instantly lost the front end of that 15 truck. He had to chase that all the way to the fence. It broke his momentum. That opened the door for Michael Larch. I tell you, this top 3 If Gaines and Gidman can draft a little bit up to the 29, those three probably could make a pretty good breakaway of this thing. McMullen has put himself in a little bit of a gap situation in front of Martin, and they're side by side behind Helm and Graves. And Graves wasted no time. He dipped right out from behind Helm, pulled right alongside. Pfluger saw the run he had, and he decided to tag along in the draft. And now he'll be door to door with the 46 of Helm. Here comes Garrett Boyd trying to use that draft, and now Helm tucks in behind Pfluger, and that'll break that up. Now we'll see if Helm can make the turn into one, tucked in behind, and boy, he had to lift. He opened the gap up, needed to get that right side out and get a little air on it, or he's not going to make the corner. Michael Larch is still here, 11th. He's right outside that top 10, but he's got a lot of help behind him. Let's drop back. There's Ryan Camba, 14th. Moody and Cat are nose to tail. Gagliano's part of that deal. Then Scott King. Mike Forstner has lost this draft. He's back in 19th. And Brandon Mackey has lost a lap. How did Brandon Mackey lose a lap? We have no idea how Brandon Mackey lost a lap, but he's out here running a lap down 20th. But he is right up here by Larch and Company at about 12th. Hello, Deb. Long time no see. Let's go back and check on the front. The same gap. Doucette to Gidman, Gidman to Gaines. Martin. He is 2.5 seconds back now. Casey Graves up to 5th. He's right in front of McMullen and Pfluger. Pfluger trying to follow him through. Is he going to be able to slide across the nose of that 17? Yes, he is. The 15. Now into the 6th spot. Helm is falling back to 8th. He was about 5th a little bit ago when everybody got through pit cycle. He's got Person behind him. Then it's Michael Larch in 10th. And Larch has got company. He's got Boyd and Cato. They just got around Mackey. I still don't know how Mackey lost a lap. And Kevin Spaulding now has lost apparently 3 laps. He ran out of fuel. I guarantee you he ran out of fuel. Dean Doucette holding that gap. He's actually opened it up about 1/10 of a second. Gidman and Helm need to get together. Now they're closing down a little bit because they're really good together here. They're close enough to draft each other and push each other. They'll pick up Doucette's draft on these straightaways. They are out to a 2.4 second lead now. It's 2.9 from the leader to the 4th place truck. It's about 2.4, 2.5 between 3rd place and 4th place. The gap shrinking. Every lap, it's 1/10 of a second now. Casey Graves in that 5th spot. And they are racing behind him. 17 of McMullen went to the inside of Pfluger. Could not maintain the momentum, and Pfluger almost clipped the wall coming out of 2. Oh, little rub of the fence for Graves. Is that going to be enough to let Pfluger go by? I don't think so. And I think Pfluger got close enough to Graves. He just made the 0-1 a little loose on that exit. Down the hill he goes. Does he have enough momentum? He won't on the exit, I don't think, to make a pass. And he may have to fall back in line. This time into 3 and 4, and Graves went a little wide. Pfluger's going to be able to slide up in front of him. So Pfluger now to 5th, 4.5 seconds off the lead. Richie Gaines got around Galen Gidman. Let's go watch that pass. Again, goes to the high side, big momentum. And he just goes right by, and Gidman falls right in behind. That was just a lap or two ago. We're about 5 to 7 laps from the pit cycle once again. Doucette has been alone out front, so he is using max fuel. That's 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, all the way back here to Kobe Stidham in 13th, and then Brandon Mackey, who's a lap down in 20th, is tagged on to the end of that group. He desperately needs a caution. He is going to get his lap back, and this thing just has a green feel to it. Meanwhile, we're going to start keeping an eye on the front pair. Gaines has driven the truck for everything it has. We'll see where he's at on fuel. We're going to be halfway this next time by. Doucette. He is painting the white line down at the bottom of the racetrack, but the gap is closing. Two-tenths of a second. Gaines is going to look inside on Doucette. If he can get close enough, he can make the 29 loose. You just got to pack air up under that left rear corner if you can. Oh, and he's going to dive off for pit road. So Gaines ran it hard. I said it before. He, Gidman, Martin, all coming to pit road. It's going to be close for these guys on fuel from here on out. Doucette now over Pfluger, who is second, 4.4 seconds behind. Gidman, Gaines, Martin, Camba's on pit road. Here comes Derek Catt as well. Right side's going on the 94. Left side's going on, so a 4-tire stop. Richie Gaines is already out. He did a 2-tire stop. 34 is out. Camba's out. There comes Derek Catt as well. So Doucette, McMullen, Person, all on pit road. That'll hand the lead to Victor Pfluger. Excuse me. Right side's going on Dean Doucette's truck. And left side's as well. So a 4-tire stop here. So halfway, and we're going to swap tires. Now let's see, does Pfluger come around, and does he head for pit road? Yeah, and he's going to bring the rest of them with him. That's Casey Graves way down there, 3 wide. Oh, my goodness, guys. They came in a pack. Now Brian Hellman, everybody into their pit stalls. Let's see. Richie Gaines out in front. He got out in front of Doucette. So Gaines will have the lead the next time. Not this time, but the next time by. As trucks are just now rolling off pit road. So Gaines will be out front. It's close on fuel for these guys now. It's really close for these guys up front. Doucette's probably okay. Martin's probably okay. Well, maybe not. McMullen might be okay. I guarantee that from Victor Pfluger on back, they're all okay. The guys up front, they may not be okay. They may have to do splash and goes at the end of this thing. We have not seen a yellow hanky since we dropped the green flag, and we are about to start lap number 40 of 70. Gaines, Gidman, Doucette, then Martin. That top 4 has a huge breakaway from the 17 of McMullen. It's 5 seconds between Martin and McMullen. It is 8.3 seconds from McMullen to Gaines out front. Green flag pit stops, make or break you. Now some of these guys are going to get the benefit of the extra laps that they were able to running back in the pack. We'll see if that front 3 can make it the rest of the way. It would be horrible to be leading the race with 3 laps to go and your crew chief tell you, hey, you got to pit for a splash of fuel here. Right now, I have the feeling that that is where Richie Gaines probably is. He's really close to that. Doucette is going to get around Gidman, and Gidman may be just trying to draft a little. Save at least 1, maybe 2 laps of fuel here. He's going to need it. I feel like he's short as well. Doucette is right on the edge. Jason Martin, he's one of the drivers I feel like is right at the very edge of making it on fuel. McMullen, probably good by maybe a lap or a half a lap. He's going to have some help. Victor Pfluger made a decision to get back in traffic and try to save some fuel here, I think. I don't know if he needed to, but he fell back. He was about 6th, and he fell back to about 10th. He's done that over about the last 3 laps. He's right in front of Kobe Stidham. Stidham's got Boyd right behind him, giving him a push. We are spread out around the racetrack. Scott King just now coming out of turn 4 to the start-finish line. Let's look and see where Richie Gaines is at. There comes Richie Gaines. He's on the same straightaway. Doucette, Gidman. And now Martin starting to reel in the 94 truck. It's 0.4 of a second. That's Kevin Spaulding behind them. Spaulding is still 3 to 4 laps down. make it 4. Ran out of fuel, got off sequence, and I don't think he's going to get it back. Brandon Mackey is back here, a lap down. Mackey 20th, and he has been a lap down for some time. I'm not sure how he got a lap down. Gaines is clipping off a 40.33s. Doucette 40.19. 40.13 for Martin, 40.12, and 40.06 for Helm and Graves. So they're faster, but they're so far behind. 9.6 seconds. And it's all happened on pit road. Richie Gaines, he started 10th. He's not even the big mover. Right now, your hard charger right there. The 01 of Casey Graves up 10 spots. Twenty-four more times around. Richie Gaines 1.2 seconds ahead of Dean Doucette. 2.8 seconds ahead of Galen Gidman, and Jason Martin is trying to make life difficult on the 94. He got him loose getting into one, packed the air right up under him. Gidman just drove it right back by him on the outside of the exit of 2. Slowed them down. They lost almost a half second in that exchange. You can get 7 more laps. 8 would be perfect. 7 more laps out of your fuel. You can make it to the end. I don't know what they have. I got to feel like this guy is really getting close. I mean, he pitted lap 35. He, Gidman, and Jason Martin all pitted on that lap. That's 52 with 17, not 53, which is exactly where you'd need to be to basically, be running out on the home stretch here, but we'll see. Doucette, another lap to the good. If they can make it to about 18 to go and then pit, they might all make it. I think some of these guys like Brian Helm, Casey Graves, Victor Pfluger, Ross Cato, they are banking on these guys running out of fuel in front of them because they all pitted a lot later. Doucette is closing the gap. It is down to 0.3 of a second. 41.06 and 40.59 were the 2 lap times the last time by. Only a couple other cars in the 40-second bracket. Bernard Parson, one of those. He's at 40.44. And that is Dean Gagliano, 19th position in front of your leaders. Gaines up the hill. Man, did Doucette get a big run right there through the center of the corner. He is right alongside the 11 truck. 20 laps remain. Up high, Gagliano gets in the middle. He'll get passed on the bottom by Doucette, who takes over the lead. And Gaines goes around the high side. Here comes Gidman Martin. Now we start watching the 11. Oh, he went in. He got tight. Little contact. Nice save by the 29. And Gaines is headed for pit road. So Richie Gaines from the lead, and he will not be able to win this race from where he's at. You cannot get there. I don't think by himself he could save fuel. If he got it in a pack, he might make the end, but he is not going to win this race tonight. So that's going to put Gidman and Martin now in the catbird seat. They need to make at least 1 to 2 more laps if they're going to make it the rest of the way on fuel. They're 3.4 seconds behind the leader. Gaines on and off pit road. Fuel only, but he needs to go a couple laps and he's going to have to go right back in. So you can't make it from there. You just can't make it from there. Doucette kind of having his way. Jason Martin is on pit road. He's going to be really tight on fuel. He'll have to make 18 laps when he comes out. It's fuel only. Everybody took tires on the last stop. Comes Doucette. And he's going to head for pit road, so he is just barely in the window. There comes Galen Gidman. He's barely going to be in the window. They got to be perfect on and off pit road. They got a shot to run one, too. Doucette will be fuel only. Gidman will be fuel only. Brian Helm now has the lead. We should see everybody else come in next time around. Michael Larch came in. Ryan Kamba came in. We'll see trucks from behind that. That's going to be Derek Catt coming in. Now the leaders, let's watch them. Helm, Graves, Cato, Stidham. Any of them coming in this time? I doubt it. Yeah, here comes a couple. That's going to be Stidham, Helm, Person, Boyd, McMullen. McMullen spins it, but he saves the truck. No caution coming out. Graves, Cato, 1-2. And they're 3 seconds ahead of Pfluger. Doucette got out and held a serve on Gaines. There comes Gidman. He'll start cycling up through. He is going to slot in 6th at the moment. Here comes Graves and Cato onto pit road. Also Victor Pfluger. So everybody now has made their final stop when these 3 are done. And that is going to set where we are. Down into 3 and 4, Doucette and Gaines. Gidman, 2.8 seconds behind that battle, which really isn't much of a battle. There's a good 1/10 of a second. Make it 6/10 of a second. Here comes your last 3 trucks off pit road. Gidman will go by them. He'll take 3rd place back over. There's Graves on the apron. Here comes Martin. That's Tiny Dancer right behind him. Scotty King a lap down, but in 20th place. Hadn't seen much of Tiny Dancer tonight, but there he is. 6/10 of a second from 1st to 2nd. And then it is 2.5 seconds to 3rd. And then there's Jason Martin. And Martin is about 2.5 seconds behind Galen Gidman. Casey Graves is very close to him in 5th. Graves is just about 4/10 of a second back. Doucette is rolling away from Gaines here. He's opened it up to almost 3/4 of a second. Gaines is probably in fuel saving mode. He probably is going to have to be. Jason Martin, 2.4 seconds behind the third place Galen Gidman, trying to get to that podium. Right now it's Doucette, Gaines, Gidman, Martin, Graves, Stidham, Cato, Helm, Pfluger, and Person in the top 10. Garrett Boyd is 11th. Larch, McMullen, Kamba, Moody, Cat, Forstner. And Forstner is 17th, the last truck on the lead lap. King, Gagliano. Spalding is on pit road for fuel for the final time, and Mackey is on pit road. He had left side tires, it looks like, and he's going to roll back out. Gidman is letting the Tiny Dancer go by. Letting that 18 truck go. And Scotty King going to fall back in line, at least for a moment. Here comes the 25 back onto the racetrack. We are going to be at 10 to go. There's your gap, first to second. They might catch the truck in front of them, which it looks like that's going to be a Mike Forstner. Ten more times around. About 7 more minutes of racing for these guys. We look, there's Forstner. He's about a half a straightaway. Truck on the apron, that looked like Larry Moody trying to get back up to speed. That's for position between the 73 and the 69. We'll watch. They battle for 16th and 17th. Dip to the inside this time. Forstner has a good run through the middle of 3 and 4. Can he slide up in front of the 73? Yes, he can. So that'll move him up to 17th. That'll move Moody, or 16th, Moody to 17th. Eight laps to go, and it's 0.4 of a second. Here comes Kevin Spalding to the back of these two. That's going to be third place Gidman, 18th place King, and 21st place Kevin Spalding. None of these guys are on the same lap. Seven to go, and it's back out to a half second for Doucette over Gaines. Gaines still has 3.5 seconds on third place. And it is another 2.3 seconds to Graves and Stidham, who are now back together. They both get around Jason Martin. So they will run 4th and 5th right now. That's Victor Pfluger in 7th. He's just a little bit off of this battle here at 4th, 5th, and 6th. He's bringing Ross Cato and Brian Helm with him. And Garrett Boyd got around Bernard Person right there. Here comes Dean Gagliano right behind him. Gagliano 19th, and Gagliano's a lap down. The gap still the same. Just over 0.4 of a second. Wave lap going to be shown this time. 5 to go. Can Richie Gaines make the last 5 laps on fuel? That's going to be the question. Kobe Stidham just passed Casey Graves. Right at the beginning of this lap, right at the start-finish line, he got around Graves. That's going to put him 4th and Graves 5th. Four to go for Doucette. And now it's 1.8. And Gaines is having to save fuel. I thought this might happen. That may let Gidman get up here. Richie Gaines' lap time's right in the tank, 42.7. And the guys behind are just reeling him right up. It's down to 0.8 of a second. 3 laps to go, and he is having to really save fuel. He is not going to be able to fend him off. He may be able to hang on for 3rd if he can just keep it going. But even the guys back at 4th and 5th are running a second a lap faster. He needed to get in between those 2 trucks and try to ride in the rocking chair right there, save a little fuel, maybe get a little push from behind. But he has given up second place to Galen Gidman. It's 3.8 seconds from Gidman to Doucette. Doucette can make it the rest of the way as long as Gidman can make it on fuel. They're going to run 1-2 easily here. Richie Gaines, on the other hand, may have his hands full because Kobe Stidham is there now. And Stidham opened the gap on Graves, and Stidham is going to go around Gaines, and he'll take over 3rd with 2 laps to go. Here comes Graves for 4th. That moves Gaines to 5th, and Jason Martin and Victor Pfluger are right behind that. They're side by side. Pfluger will go through. Once he gets around Gaines, he'll be 5th. Doucette, meanwhile, gone. 3.7, 3.8 seconds ahead of Gidman. And Gidman might be saving a little fuel. I heard him way off the throttle. It's going to be white flag time. Can he maintain 2 seconds over Kobe Stidham for 1 more lap? But it has been the Canadian the last half of this race. Dean Doucette took control and has not looked back. Through 3 and 4 for the final time in the season opener for season number 29. The Fitzs Automotive Truck Series presented by Midwest Barbecue Equipment. We'll go to Dean Doucette. Gidman is going to hang on for 2nd, and Stidham will come home 3rd. Graves 4th, Pfluger 5th. Martin, Cato, Helm, Boyd, and Person through the top 10. Larch, Gaines falls to 12th, but he does make it home. McMullen, Kemba, Cat, Forstner, Moody, all the lead lap trucks. That's through 17th. Then it's Scott King, 18th. Gagliano, Mackey, Spalding through 21st. We'll wait for our drivers to get around here to our front stretch. Give them a moment. And then we will talk to our top 3. Let's grab Our third place driver, Kobe Stidham. You got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Started close to the front, fell way back, and I think that was a fuel-saving strategy. But then here at the end, able to run your way about right back into the top 3.
Yeah, no, it was actually we just stayed back and tried to save enough fuel throughout the whole course of the race. I mean, I think everybody just got too spread out there in the end, where I could be able to catch those guys. I mean, I saved enough tire. I felt like I just ran out of time. Those guys got really, really far out there, and obviously one of the guys couldn't make it on fuel, so it allowed me to finish 3rd. But yeah, it was a really good race, and Michigan's obviously fun, so yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, that's about as close as y'all get to super speedway racing. The draft was big, dirty air was big, but green flag pit stops seemed to be the catalyst to determining how this thing ended.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of close calls. A lot of people were trying to get into the pit box or try to get into the pit lane as fast as they could without going over the speed limit. But yeah, I had good pit roads, didn't do anything speeding wise or anything. So yeah, it was pretty good night so far.
Well, an awesome job tonight. We're going to head to a track you did very well at the last time we were there next week.
Which is where?
Gateway.
Oh boy. Yeah, Gateway always puts on some good races, so that should be interesting.
That's what I said. This is going to be a heck of a season, man. The talent level in this group on Monday night seemed to have grown even further than it was last season. So that's going to make this a lot more challenging as we work our way through these 12 races.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to be able to make every single one, but I'll try to be here. And if not, Casey will be here and do his best as a team. So yeah, it should be pretty fun.
All right, man. Shout outs and thank yous. And I am going to let you go on, get out of here. It is not Roadhouse anymore. It's Fitzs Automotive, by the way.
Fitzs Automotive. Okay. Well, can't thank CSI, True Speed Motorsports, Chevy, Fitzs Automotive Services, Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Edmond Trophy Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network, and the admin, Larry, Mike, Scott, King, Garrett, everybody that makes it possible to come out here and race on a Monday and obviously Tuesday. So it's a lot of fun, and see you guys tomorrow.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I'll see you tomorrow night at Las Vegas.
All right. See you, man.
Kobe Stidham finishing 3rd, and now let's talk to a guy. He won a bunch of races last season. He's going to start this off with a 2nd place tonight. Galen Gidman. Not a terrible run. I think you had to be really tight on fuel at the end right there.
Yeah, I was a little tighter middle of the race on fuel and had to save. That last run was actually the only run of the race that could go all out. But first half of the race, we felt really good coming in, had put a lot of good work into the set. And then in practice, I think we got a little concerned that maybe we were too free, and we tightened up quite a bit before the race. Cato and I did one way, and I know Garrett and Kevin were kind of going a different way with it. And I think we jumped the gun a little bit and went too tight. It was about halfway through the race before we got the balance back to where we needed it. And it was really good then, but yeah, Dean had just done such a great job getting that one extra lap early in the race, which let him go hard in the middle runs. And I think his balance was, like, I think if I had started the race with the balance I ended with, could have made a little better run at him, but his balance was just good all the way along.
Well, we don't do any super speedway racing. This is about as close as it gets. Pack racing to start things off, but it seemed like pit stops spread this field out so far. And then there was just, if you didn't have a drafting partner, you weren't catching the guy in front of you.
Yeah, definitely. And Michigan is a place, I mean, I hope TV caught it because it was kind of a cool moment, but I passed like 2 guys on pit road entry. It's a place that, like,
oh, it's on camera.
If you want to go for it, you can make up a bunch of ground. So it was cool to see, different people doing stuff there, and I think that helped me a lot tonight. I think I got a lot of time on pit road entry, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a place you don't want to end up by yourself and away from a pack. You need a drafting partner, and drafting help you save a little fuel tonight too. So Man, a fun race. A couple parts I wish I could do again, and I think would have been right there with Dean, but he did a great job all night.
Well, a heck of a way to start the season out, man. This puts you in a different position than you were definitely in last season when we start things. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and I'll let you go and probably catch your breath, because that was 70 straight laps of you better steer it.
We had honestly, I thought it was gonna be a lot harder than it ended up being in practice because we were so loose. It was a comfortable car to drive in the race, but obviously got to thank Mike and Port Charlotte Lawn Care first, giving me this cool truck to drive again, and then our series sponsors. So Fitzs Automotive Services, Midwest Barbecue Equipment, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network. All you admins as always, Larry, Mike, Scott, Garrett, and yourself. And thank everyone for driving me good and clean tonight. I didn't have any issues, so I had a good fun night.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the run. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at Las Vegas.
See ya.
Galen Gibman, second tonight, and now. Well, we were going to move him. There he comes. Took him a second to catch up. You're a winner tonight. I got to get a different camera angle. He's parked right underneath the flag stand. Dean Doucette, season opener for season 29, and the 29 truck going to victory lane.
Yes, sir, man. Got one for Screaming Eagles. Love it. You know, riding these wind tunnel setups. Ain't nothing better, Roger. Victory lane on opening night. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's going to set the tone for the season. We don't do really any super speedway racing. This is as close as it gets. You had to kind of be patient that first run, save enough fuel to get yourself in the window and look like you did everything about as good as you could possibly do it.
Yeah, I mean, we come out here with a bit of a strategy and then kind of just raced and let the race come to me. I was taking it real easy early on, and I think I got it one extra lap on most of the field, and I think that was the key, Roger. You know, it allowed me to just go a little hair faster in the later portions of the race.
Well, we're going to change things up, and we are not going to be on one big drafting track next week. We got to go to Gateway. What do you think about the change of venue and what the confines of that place are going to do compared to what you were able to do here tonight?
Well, I love Gateway. I mean, you know, I absolutely love that place. You know, shifting and all that. Depends on the sets of tires. We go with one set again. I mean, it might be a little different animal than what I'm used to. You're going to have to take care of that car, that's for sure.
Well, let me clue you into one thing that you need to know about this truck series, all 12 races. You're only getting one set of tires, no matter the length, no matter the track.
Yeah, Roger. Well, what if I give you a couple $100? You think you could buy some more tires?
Well, I think I don't want to, because then you get kind of what you got here tonight. All the different strategies with tires and everybody having to pit under green. And that, in my opinion, is what made the difference in the way this race played out. Because if everybody stayed as a pack, because everybody had fresh tires all the time, they could just go get it. Everybody go in together, wouldn't break up the field.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, it produces a certain style of racing, clean and green, man, with strategy. So it is what it is. I obviously, you know, I'm happy with the results tonight, so I'm loving it so far, Roger.
All right, man. Well, you're going to win the season opener. Give me some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we will let you go hang out with your team and celebrate.
Yeah, big shout out to my teammates, man. Bernard Person out there working with me every night, and Brian Helm putting in a lot of work. Keith McMullen, Jason Martin, the Screaming Eagles, baby. It doesn't get much better than that. Big shout out to you putting this on, Roger, and doing a broadcast to boot. Love you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And a big caca for the Screaming Eagles.
All right. Thanks for chatting with us, Dean. Congrats on the win. We will look forward to seeing you back here next Monday night at Gateway.
All right, thanks, brother.
We moved a channel. Yeah, we moved a channel, and we didn't mean to, but now we can put it back. It's all good. I know that some of these guys find it difficult to find the list of sponsors, but everybody thanked all the sponsors previously. All those sponsors get thanked again for the winner. New to the series, we'll give him a break, give him some time. He'll be able to find them and get that done the next time that he goes to victory lane or in the top three. Great race. No cautions to start the season. Drivers got spread out via the pit stops. because really that was about the only way they were going to get spread out. Otherwise, it's just big pack racing, and it makes it definitely a lot more interesting when navigating pit road is what determines the race. And you got to be good in all aspects. Got to have a good strategy. Got to be able to be fast. Got to be able to manage your tires and your fuel. And you got to be able to get on and off pit road efficiently. And if you can't do that, when these stay green, it's gonna be the determining factor, and that's what we saw here tonight. Awesome way to open the season. Great group of guys. 21 drivers showed up, kicked things off. I can't wait to see what we get tomorrow night in the stock car series over at Las Vegas. So if you haven't already, like, share, and follow on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, and you'll know every time that we go live. You can come watch the best racing on the service Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I want to thank y'all for being here. Without you, there is no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues that giving us fantastic racing on a nightly basis, there is nothing to cover. So I give everybody a high five, a pat on the back, and a hearty thank you on both sides of the coin there. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Come back and see us as soon as you can. And until you do, keep all four face down on the pavement.